welcome to another edition of the Cardinals Chronicles. I almost said Cardinal Nation, but it's not Cardinal Nation. It's Cardinals Chronicles podcast / video diaries, because we have diaries here. Ooh.
We're video diaries now.
And we have pillow fights. Anyways.
I forgot my pillow.
We can use your Minnie Mouse backpack. I am Logan Stone, and with me is my co-host, Josh Edwards. Josh, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I had a good Memorial Day weekend, for what the holiday is. Spent a little time reflecting on those who have served our country and gave us the ultimate sacrifice, and spent a little time with the family. So that was good. How was yours?
Mine was good. Mine was good. That's all I'll say. Sorry we didn't have a show on Sunday. That was my fault. I was too busy reflecting. That's where I'll end it. Anyways, before I get too red. Anyways.
I don't think you can get any redder than me, but I'm naturally pink, so.
Yeah. Anyways, we had a good week of Cardinals. And I say it like that because I can't remember. We are 7-10 in the last 10. And we are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-2 in the last week, or 4-3 if you don't count it. If you count last Tuesday, but we talked about that loss. So, we played the Brewers, and we're not done with the Padres series, are we? No, we still have
a
game
tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. So we've taken the series against the Padres. That's a big win. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We split the series with the Brewers.
Again.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a second, but let's go ahead and get into the series with the Brewers. Cardinals go into game 1 and lose 4-3 to the Brewers. Wainwright took the loss. Lauer got the win. Goldsmith hit a home run. We'll talk about him a little bit later, I'm positive. Anything about that game? Game 1?
No, game 1 was disappointing. I don't think Waino had a real bad outing. Obviously, he wasn't on his top of his A game, but I don't think he pitched super poorly. It was a rough loss. I mean, a 4-3 loss is always a tough one to lose. Losing by 1 run. So
Cardinals never had the win or the lead, so that was a little bit. They tied it in the bottom of the first with I think it was Goldie's. No, it wasn't. Goldie hit the home run in the 7th, but yeah, it was just never. They never had the lead, which is a disappointment. And just having Lauer, who I'd never heard of, pitch like he was Cy Young, was kind of a sad moment, but that was about it. Then Cardinals took game 2, beat Woodruff, who's actually not having a good year. I was super surprised by that. He has a 4.74 ERA. Verhagen got the win. Goldschmidt hit a home run in the 7th or the 3rd? In the 3rd against Woodruff.
He's had so many, I can't remember.
Yeah, I know. Dakota Hudson pitched really well again. 4 2/3, but unallowed 5 hits, but he didn't give up a run. He has 4 walks, needs to get that down, but three strikeouts. Verhagen has kind of stepped up, and I kind of like that. He only pitched 1/3 though, and he got the win. That's so weird.
That's all it takes sometimes.
Yeah, I know. That's so weird. And then Cardinals destroyed the Brewers 8-3 on Saturday.
Yep.
Liberatore got the win.
Real good outing.
Yeah. Gorman got his first home run. Goldschmidt got a home run, his 3rd in 3 games. Liberatore went 5 innings, only allowed 2 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Might be worth keeping around. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this right now, but so Dallas Keuchel got released by DFA'd by the White Sox, and everyone was like, "Oh, we could get him. What's the risk? There's no risks involved." And I'm like, why do we want Dallas Keuchel? I mean, he's not doing well with the White Sox. And we have this Liberatore guy. We have Zach Thompson, who's doing well too. We got some other guys that Verhagen, maybe even. But I think they just want to keep him in the bullpen. Hicks is going to go back into the bullpen. But, I like Liberatore. I like Angel Rendon. So I kind of want to. I don't think we need to get a starting pitcher. I think we need bullpen, if anything. But we can get into that in a little bit. But I don't want Dallas Keuchel. Do you want Dallas Keuchel?
No, not particularly. Unless it works out the way I've heard it works out, where because he gets DFA'd and clears waivers, they have to pay his whole salary, and we only have to pay him the league minimum. If that's really how it works out, then I don't see the harm of bringing him in and seeing maybe if pitching against the NL is going to be better off for him. I don't see it being like a John Lester or a Jay Happ situation from last year, but having another experienced arm, even if he can chew up innings and not allow more than 3 or 4 runs in a start, I don't see necessarily how it could hurt, but I don't think it's an absolute need we need right now.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of iffy on the situation. I need to look a little bit more into how all that works. So,
Yeah.
I'm with you at the same time. I don't think we need him. But, we're not knowing what's going on with Flaherty, how much longer he's going to be out. Is Liberatore going to be able to continue to pitch this way? Is Dakota Hudson going to be able to pitch this way? Let's be honest about Hudson. He's pitching well at home. I think he's done 17 scoreless innings at home, but he's not chewing up innings. Every time he gets on the mound, we're burning up bullpen. That's my only real concern. I don't know if Keuchel would be much better, but for cheap money, for somebody who's got the background he has, maybe he can recatch fire for a half season. I don't know. Yeah, I'm in limbo on him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I wanted him back in 2019 before he signed with the Braves, and then before he signed with the White Sox, I wanted him. But it's not that I don't think he's a good player. I think he's a fine player. I think if he had a change of scenery, had a good defense behind him, because he's not really a strikeout pitcher.
No.
And he needs a good defense. So I think having the Cardinals defense behind him would work. But I also think I just don't see really a need for him. Now, I do agree with you. We don't know about Jack Flaherty's future. Hudson is kind of still iffy, even though he's been pitching pretty well. And I don't want to, for what he has just gone through.
Right.
Yeah.
Tommy John.
Yeah, Tommy John. Jordan Hicks obviously is out of the starting rotation. But yeah, I think I want to give Liberatore and Angel Rendon another more of a chance before I just go out and start dumpster diving again, because it hasn't really worked out lately. And not saying he's a dumpster dive. I don't want to pick up DFA players and then be like, oh yeah, this is going to be our savior here. But anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about with Keuchel right there. But Cardinals won 8-3. Liberatore, amazing. Kind of funny how he kind of gets roughed up by the Pirates, and then his first game at Busch Stadium against the division rivals, who's first, who has a pretty good offense, or not a pretty good, but a better offense than the Pirates, obviously. And he shuts them out, basically. The 2 runs came in the 9th against McFarland. and the one run before that came from Woodford. So that's good. I'm very excited about Liberatore. I don't know when he pitches again, but I'm excited. And then game 4, Brewers. Corbin Burns was on another level.
Guy's a machine.
He proved he showed why he's number 1 Cy Young favorite this year, which I didn't know that, but yeah, he is. He shut them out. Goldsmith got a game hit, but yeah, that was Cardinals put out the B team. I said earlier on that day on Sunday, and that was I think they kind of expected to get shut out, not get shut out, but lose the game against Corbin Burns. So that was a little disappointing, but hey, he's Cy Young for a reason. He won the Cy Young last year. He might win the Cy Young this year if he keeps going the way he's going. And then we go into what do you think of the Brewers series before we get into the Padres series?
I'll take the split considering the pitching they have.
Yeah.
I don't like the 8-0 blowout at the end of this series.
Yeah.
I would prefer that to be a much closer game. Again, it was who pitched that game? Was that
Michaelis? Michaelis went 5 2/3, 9 hits, 6 runs. 6 strikeouts.
That's disappointing to see from him.
Yeah.
But it happens. You're gonna have a bad game. It's a 162 game season, perfect the whole game. When I saw the starting lineup come out, I kind of wrote the game off. As much as I was excited to watch that game, as soon as I saw what we had on the field, I was like, oh, yeah, okay. They know what they're going up, much like what you said. They know what they're going up against. They're going to give the guys a day off rest, and I think that was a smart move to some extent. With the 3 games with the Padres, then we got a 5-game set with Chicago this week with a doubleheader in there. This next 10 days is going to be grueling for the Cardinals. So, and it's what they got 5 games with Chicago on the road, and then I can't remember where they go next. They're on the road. So,
give me 1 second, and I'll do it.
I figured you would. But I get it. It's the same. As a fan, I don't like it. As I would assume that we can call ourselves some kind of analyst at this point. I understand the move by Marmol, but the boyhood fan of me wants to go out and win every single game, and you can't always strategize like that when you got the schedule you're up against.
Yeah.
So I'll take the split. I'm happy with the split. That means they don't have a tiebreaker on us right now because we split both series with them. So that just makes every series we have with Milwaukee the rest of the way that much more important.
Yeah. They play 5 games against the Cubs, get a day off, play the Rays, and then the Reds and Pirates at home, and then get another day off before they go to Fenway, which I didn't even know they were going to Fenway this year. So that's interesting.
Not good news for Albert.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna play.
He's going to end up hitting the Green Monster if he ends up getting the bat.
Yeah. So this is my thing about the Brewers series. They lose game 1. Okay. They win game 2 and 3. Great. Love it. Against a team that is, I think we're still 2.5 in front of them or behind them, 3 games behind them. You have to go out and grind every day. I understand that you're looking at the future in the next week. You're looking at the Padres series that you have to win. You're looking at the Cubs series that you have to win. But I think you have to play Milwaukee with all of your guys. I know it sounds like it doesn't sound right to be, especially when they are the ones that you have to be worried about the entire year. We may be able to make that ground up. I think we have a couple more series with them. Let's see, we play them again in June. We have a 4-game series with them. July, we don't play them. August, we play them in a 3-game series, so that's 7 games so far. September, 2-game series, so 9 games right there. Oh, wait, there's another 2 right there, so that's 11. And then, yeah, that's it. So we have 11 more games with them, and that's it. And I think
gotta win 6.
Yeah, you gotta. I think you just got to put up more of a fight instead of just surrendering before the game even starts on Sunday. If you're getting blown out 8-0 in the 4th inning, fine. Go ahead and rest Arenado. Go ahead and rest your other guys. Go ahead and rest Albert, Goldie, and all those guys. I get that. But, I mean, you gotta put a little bit more effort, and I wasn't a fan of that.
So really. I go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were finished.
No, go ahead. I am pretty much finished.
No, I was just going to say I completely agree with you, and I think if we would have lost the 2nd or 3rd game, I think you would have seen all the artillery out for Game 4.
Yeah,
I feel like, again, just a talking head here. I feel like just because they got the split this early in the season, knowing what they had left against Milwaukee, I think they're playing the long ball. And like I said, I don't like it either, but I understand it from. But I think you make some great points there. I mean, yeah, we need to go out and win every game against Milwaukee because that's the team we got to compete against to get the division because there is no guarantee we're going to get a wild card spot. Yeah. Now, we should in the division we play in, and with as bad as the East has been, we should end up with a spot and get a chance to play. But nothing's for sure, and nothing is guaranteed. So I think you're right. I do 100% think you're right. I'm just trying to be the homer and justify the decision.
No, I understand. I think as of right now, we have the. Oh man, we don't have the. We have the wild card. We have the 2nd wild card spot. Behind San Diego. But yeah, I don't know why we have a doubleheader with the Cubs already, though. Do you know?
We have 2 of them that are like that. So both 5-game series we have with Chicago, they both have a doubleheader in them.
Yeah, I don't know
if I recall correctly.
Yeah, and we have one with the Pirates. I think we have a 5-game series with the Pirates too. I was looking. Yeah, that's just weird to me. Because we've already made up all the games that got rained out. So I don't know. I guess I have no idea. But
have you ever seen a 5-game set that wasn't a makeup games? Because I can't recall one.
I can't think of just a normal 5-game series. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I mean, I love the idea of so I've never seen it, but I kind of like the idea of it because it especially if you put it over a weekend, you do, a Thursday game, a Friday game, a doubleheader on Saturday, and a Sunday game. What baseball fan for Cardinals and Cubs isn't going to want to buy tickets to that and sell out? Chicago is going to make so much money at the baseball field this weekend. It's not even going to be funny.
Especially with those doubleheader games, because typically, some of those guys who get tickets for the first game can go over to the second game.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know if that's always the case, but I know that sometimes they do that. But I would love to go see 18 innings of Cardinals versus Cubs.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Think about all the money they'll make off the beer and the hot dogs and the nachos and everything in between the games.
Yeah. Cubs fans we know like to drink a lot and get drunk and be their stupid selves, but Cardinal fans too. We get drunk too. We have our own tap, right next door in Budweiser. So, but anyways, I'm actually rooting for the Cubs tonight because they were playing the Brewers. I think the Brewers won, but.
Last I saw, the Cubs were down 7-6.
They
I think
tied
that
it.
was the seventh inning.
They tied it in the seventh. Anyways, they won today. So we might have made up a game. Good job, Cubs. We love you. Cubs fans, you still suck, but whatever. So that's the Brewers series. We're still in the middle of the Padres series. Goldschmidt got another home run, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to guess. Yep, he got a home run. Oh, Gorman got a home run yesterday. Let's see. Naughton, it was a bullpen game. Naughton went 2 innings. Palante got the win. He went 3 1/3. Gave up 5 hits, 1 run, 5 strikeouts. Gallegos, Cabrera, Helsley, good job. There's Machado. Machado had 5 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 RBI, 2 strikeouts. They're keeping Machado at bay, which is a good thing because Machado is one of the hotter hitters right now. Him and Goldschmidt have been just on fire. So it's nice to see them keeping Machado at bay. Game 2 just ended. Cardinals were up 2 by, I'm guessing, not a home run by Goldschmidt. Let's see. It was a double by Goldschmidt and a sac fly by Albert. Grisham tied it in the 8th with Gallegos pitching. Gallegos is becoming a problem, and that's sad and scary to hear because he's been one of the most consistent guys in the last 3 years. But then Albert came in. Edmund stole 3rd on the scariest steal I've ever seen in my life. Gosh. And then Albert.
I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, Albert brought him in. I'm going to say I don't know why they went after Albert. I get that he hit the ball to the outfielder, but Edmund, they should have gone after Edmund, I think. In the walk-off.
I think Edmund started on second to start the 10th.
No. I meant I'm talking about when they walked it off.
Oh,
they should have gone after Edmund and not Albert. The Padres are a bunch of pussies for walking Goldie. I was like, come on, do it. Just go after him. I was like, Goldie's about to hit. Yeah, Goldie's I think that has to hurt so many pitchers when they intentionally walk a guy. They're like, I don't want to intentionally walk him, but the manager's like, intentionally walk him. And
walk him now.
Yeah.
I mean, Goldie's been hot lately. I mean,
he's been a little bit hot.
Yeah. It's not what you said yesterday.
Oh yeah. I'll say what I said yesterday.
No, you don't need to say it. You can edit it.
Okay, fine. I'll put the PG rating down. I said you were gonna have to start measuring Goldie's hotness at the plate by Kelvin because he's just too hot for any of that regular baseball statistics. I mean, his May has been amazing.
And he got in the record books tonight. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, most extra base hits in a month by a Cardinal. So that's
23.
Yeah, and Musial, of course, had the record at 22. So that's offensive. I no longer like Goldschmidt because he's destroying our history.
Actually, it was Musial and Pools were sharing the record.
I remember that. Yeah, I knew that because I think Carpenter was getting close with like 21. And I remember they were talking about approaching that doubles thing. They've been talking about that for years. They've been wanting that thing to be broken. But good job, Goldie. All of your couple of home runs and all that were good enough this month. Oh man, got a heart attack right there. Let's see. Like I said, they are, what are they? 7-3 in their last 10. So yeah, they're playing better baseball. They're beating good teams and then kind of being iffy on mediocre teams, which is kind of weird. Talk a little bit so I can do the counts real quick.
Awesome. So, one thing we didn't mention about tonight's game is Newbar gunned down, I think it was Profar going home in the 10th inning. He took a ball out there to left field, and he came up and just gunned him down at home plate. Yachty with the good clean tag, just out of the top of the 10th, which led to the Cardinals getting to come to the plate and get the W tonight. Back to Liberatore. I'm super impressed with his last start. I think he looked really, really good. He looks like he's finding some confidence out there on the mound. And I'm sure, I mean, I never made it to the show, and I got nervous in Little League pitching. So I'm sure that first game was a little bit rattling for him, even though it was against the Pirates. He came out and really showed he's got some value, and he showed that his stuff plays well against good teams when he in his last start against Milwaukee. I'm sure he'll get a start against Chicago out in Chicago. I'm expecting him to dominate in that start, considering that the Cubs just aren't. The Cubs are lesser than I was hoping they would be this year, unfortunately. So I'm hoping he comes out and has a really, really good game when he plays and takes the mound there. He doesn't have to deal with their rookie sensation, Suzuki, I believe is his name.
Seiya Suzuki.
Thank you so much. He's on the 10-day IL right now. He got put on today or yesterday. So we don't have to worry about him this weekend. Unfortunately, it means we don't get to see him until later in the year. I think the Cubs come to town on my birthday weekend, actually. So that's probably when we'll see him, as long as his IL stint doesn't get stretched out. I need Michaelis to have a bounce back against Chicago. But let's not jump at Chicago. Let's still focus. We got a game tomorrow against the Padres. I believe Hudson is pitching tomorrow. He's been really, really good at home recently. So even if he goes 5 innings and doesn't give up any runs, he gives us a chance to win that game tomorrow. I'm sure Hosmer's going to be back in lineup for the Padres tomorrow too. I don't know. I don't have any indication or any idea who Holly might sit tomorrow. I'm guessing that Gorman's going to be back in the game, but Sosa played a really good game tonight. Defensively, he had a clutch hit in the game, so they may keep Edman at second and play Sosa at short. I'll be interested to see the lineup tomorrow. They're saying that Tyler O'Neill is getting to be back. They were hoping that he was going to start a rehab assignment already, but Ollie said today that he's not quite. His throwing isn't quite where they expected it to be, so they're pushing that back a little bit. So that's a little bit of a concern for me, but we're winning games right now. The platooning of left field is working out for the team, so I'm not super worried about Tyler coming back. They say he was crushing the ball. They say Carlson will be back soon, and what Danny Mack said on the broadcast early in the evening, if you missed the game, was that it looks like Dylan is just crushing the ball in BP. Granted, it's BP, not live pitch, like real life pitching. But if he's getting his eye back and he's keeping his rhythm, I think that'll speak volumes when he comes back and give us a little bit more pop in the lineup.
And we'll be right back after these messages. Thank you for the recap. And we're back. Okay.
You're so cheesy.
I know. I don't know what to do with all that. But yeah, so we are going to review the month that was baseball with the Cardinals. So they played 29 games. They went 17-12. Above 500. Good job, guys. Some of the teams they played, they probably shouldn't have lost. They lost a game to the Royals, split a series with the Giants, lost a series to the Orioles, beat the Giants in a series. Lost the series to the Mets, swept the Pirates, split the Blue Jays, split the Brewers, and beat the Padres. So good job, Cardinals, 17-12. Not great, but
I'll take it.
Yeah, not the worst thing. So we're gonna go over every starting pitcher. Well, not every starting pitcher, but the top three, because we don't have really. I'm not gonna do Jordan Hicks. We all know he sucks at starting.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, at starting, we don't like his starting pitching.
Let's clarify this for everybody
Yeah.
too. We both like Hicks.
Yeah,
We
like
think he
Hicks.
has value, just not on the bump to start the game. Not yet.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with Matz, Wainwright, and Michaelis. I'm going to start off with Matz. I don't think he played in 4 games. In May, he has a 5.95 ERA. Doesn't show his wins. That's bullshit.
Because he didn't have any.
Ooh, look at that. He had a 6.24 FIP. So there's that. How many innings did he pitch? I don't know. It's not even showing me that. What a stupid thing this is. I hate
baseball
this.
reference letting you down.
No, it's Fangraphs. Fangraphs, you fucked up. Okay.
Swear jar.
Fuck. I mean,
That's 2.
Fuck. I mean, we're trying to be.
You've done so well.
We're trying to be better today. I had a dream and I was like, okay, I'm good. Actually, I am going to be full transparency. I had a weird week last week. It was the weirdest week I've ever had in my life. I saw dead people, ex-girlfriend I did not want to see. Anyways, it was some weird stuff. So I was like, I gotta figure this stuff out. So I took 3 gummies. I'm only supposed to take 1, and I was messed up. But I figured out all the stuff. But while I was going through my hippie transition, I was like, you know what? We probably should calm down on the swearing. Logan, you got to try at least a little bit. Anyways, so there was that. So if you hear me swear, Josh is going to try to keep me wholesome. Ooh, wholesome. Yeah, you got to say wholesome, like wholesome. Like you got to really say it from the throat.
Wholesome.
Like a Jew. I'm part Jewish, so I can say that.
Yes, you can. I can't. I was thinking more like Ahmed.
Yeah, Ahmed.
So I got taught. So my roommate in college, his name was Ahmed. He corrected me on how to say it, and I had to put the Ahmed into it, so I said it correctly.
Yeah.
Super cool dude. Super cool guy. Had a lot of fun with him. But yeah, that was the one thing I really got from was working on pronunciation.
Yeah. So back to Stephen Matz. His wife is apparently in a Christian band. Good job. My dad was very excited about that. I was like, cool. He's kind of under the spotlight a little bit more because he just signed a 4-year, $44 million contract. What do you think of his month so far?
I think it's hard to judge considering his last appearance. He threw 4 pitches and got pulled and has been out ever since. Matz has like a good game, then has a not good game, then has a good game, then has a not good game. I need consistency out of a $10 million a year guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, much like not to kick out to other sports, but like Justin Falk, when he first came over to the Blues, it was the first year after they won the Stanley Cup. He was supposed to be this awesome hockey player, and he's even a shell of what he was when he was in Carolina. Fast forward 2 years, he's easily one of our most valuable D-men. So I'm trying to give Matz the benefit of the doubt. New city, everything he had to do to get his family moved out here, the adaptation period. If I don't start seeing consistency from him by July, we'll just say the All-Star break to be more on track with a date and time, then I'm going to be worried. Now, we need to see how he comes out of this injury, however severe it is. I haven't seen a real clear report on how bad it is. I think I heard it was an oblique strain or something along those lines. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, because I've seen so many injury reports, I can't remember who's got what. But I need to see more consistency out of a guy we're paying $10 million a year. When he is on, he looks fantastic. When he's off, it's rough.
Yeah, it's no secret. Look at that. I moved it with my foot because I wanted to recline. I've not been the biggest Steve Matz fan, and there's that. So I hold him in a higher regard because I think of all the guys that we could have gotten instead of him, and the guy that we did get. I believe with my whole entire heart that if the Cardinals were in the same position and we were not facing a lockout, we would not have gotten Steven Matz. We would have gotten Marcus Stroman. We would have gotten somebody else, somebody better. And yes, I will say better. Okay, Steven Matz is not a good pitcher. He does well with Blue Jays because they have like an amazing pitching coach. Yes, the pitching coach does not actually throw the balls and strikes, but the pitching coach is really good over there. So, anyways, that's why Robbie Ray won the Cy Young last year. People
do me a favor real quick.
Yeah.
Go to your Baseball Reference Genius page and look up Stroman for this year.
Yeah. He's not having a good season this year either, but still. Fine. You want me to?
I'm just saying, just pick a different pitcher that you're going to compare him to because Matz and Stroman are pitching about the same quality right now.
Pretty much. Okay, fine. Verlander. How about Clayton Kershaw? Huh?
You just wanted to dunk on me there. I opened the door for it. It's all right.
We could have gotten them. Now Verlander, he probably Verlander.
We weren't going to pay him for that kind of money for 1 or 2 year contract.
They probably weren't going to pay him after his Tommy John surgery, but he's just been amazing. Clayton Kershaw probably wasn't going to come to the Cardinals, but still. Kevin Gossman, I mean, I don't remember what his contract was, but he would have fit really nicely in Cardinals, in that Cardinal red.
Absolutely.
And I don't think he cost that much. Well, now I'm
I think he's fairly cheap. And when you look at the class of pitchers he's around, I think he's on the cheaper side. I think he's still a little bit of a price tag, but I know they mentioned his price tag when we played against him and he was pitching. I just can't remember what it was.
5-year, $110 million.
There it is.
So what is that? 5 years divided by 22? Look at that, right in my head. Mama said I wasn't so smart.
Math.
Shut up. Nothing is basic with me. Anyways, but so yeah, I think Steven Matz is under a lot more pressure than any of the other guys because he was not our first pick. I'll say that. I doubt he was even the Cardinals' first pick, and I will stick with that to my grave. Just like I will stick with the Cardinals should have gone to the World Series in 2012, and if they had the replay back then, we would have gone. 6th inning, Game 4, Cardinals were leading against the stupid Giants. John Jay makes a great catch, but they ruled it that it hit the ground before he caught it. I don't know if you remember that, but it haunts me to this day. Cardinals would have definitely destroyed the Tigers just like they did in 2006. But Steven Matz, do better. Let's see. Adam Wainwright. He had 4 games this season in May. He had a 2.16 ERA. Wow. He has a 196 batting average against him. So that's good. Allowed 18 hits in. Oh, I wish it would say how many. Oh, my gosh. I got to find a better split.
I mean, he went at least 22 innings.
Yeah.
And this obviously isn't going to include tonight, right?
Probably not. So, yeah, good job. That's better than I expected.
Yeah, but Waino, he's not being 100% consistent. I mean,
No.
he'll throw one game where he's lights out, looks vintage Waino, and then next game he looks like an aged Waino. And I'll take an aged Waino over half the other pitchers, and probably more than half the other pitchers in the league. So don't get me wrong and don't twist what I'm saying.
We have a Waino hater over here.
No, I love Waino. Old Uncle Charlie.
Charlie.
I wish I love Waino, so I'm not going to talk bad about him. But obviously, his age seems to show at times. This is where I wonder if we should do a 6-man rotation just to give him that extra day of rest. But is that extra day of rest going to throw him off? Because he is very much about the process and staying in the routine. I would still take him on a day where he is 80% of himself and can still go 5-6 innings and keep the run count to 3 or less. So I can't complain about Waino. I would like to see the 7, 8, 9 strikeouts every time he goes to the mound, but no pitcher does that every time they go to the mound, so I should stop complaining.
Yeah, 6-man rotation always scares me because you're not only affecting Waino, you're affecting the other 5 guys. So that
Right.
He's getting paid $17 million this year. Why?
Reunion tour, baby.
Not
Look at what Yachty's getting paid.
$10 million, I think.
I think so, yeah.
But I mean, you have to pay them at least a certain amount because they're veterans. So, but
Right.
anyways, Adam Wainwright.
And Waino threw over 200 innings last year.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So I give Waino a thumbs up in May. Let's do that.
I give him
Thumbs
2.
up, medium, down. Okay. Miles Michaelis. Let's see. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't have the splits out. Son of a bitch. I mean, whatever. Yeah, I hear you. Should have told you that.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah. You enjoy it. Oh, my gosh.
You owe me $6 right now.
Fangraphs sucks. I hate Fangraphs. I hope Fangraphs dies in a hole.
Man, that's harsh.
It is, but I can't cuss, so I'm just wishing ill will to Fangraphs. He pitched in 5 games, 3.77 ERA, has a 2.56 batting average against him. Allowed 31 hits, 13 home runs. Oh, man. Michaelis started off pretty great for the Cardinals. But he's kind of drifted off, gone back to his Michaelisms.
I wouldn't say he's gone that far downhill, but
he just
Cincinnati upset Bob. Boston tonight.
I'm willing to bet. I haven't looked at it. I promise I haven't. I'm willing to bet he has more walks than he does strikeouts. Let's see. He has 8 walks, 22 strikeouts. Son of a bitch.
So I'll say you're so far off on that one. He's had I think 2 bad games total all season.
Okay. Well,
and his most recent one was a bad one, so that's why it resonates so bad.
Yeah. Is it 3 what's up?
I think he's throwing the 3rd most innings in the NL as a starter right now. 3rd or 4th.
60 innings pitched already, so yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, he's chewing up innings. He's typically going out there and having a quality start. He had a bad last game.
2.67 ERA, 3.40 FIP on the season. Oh God, my nephew just joined Snapchat and he's pretty filthy. Anyways, so he friended me. Anyways, so what do you give his May? I give it a
I give a thumbs up. He's the workhorse for us right now. He's the one chewing up innings. He's not making our bullpen work nearly as hard as everybody else outside of Waino. I give it to him because of the wear and tear he's taken right now.
I'm going to say if Miles Michaelis were to end up winning the Cy Young this year, I would still want to trade him next year.
Well, yeah, because he gets 1 good year and then 2 bad years.
Yeah. I'd still be like, oh, hey, we have a Cy Young Award winner here. You can have him.
Yeah, but I'll take him. He's due for a good year. I'll take it.
Yeah. I really don't like Michaelis. Okay, Giovanni Gallegos.
Trade him.
I'm not there yet, but he's gonna need to shape. Really, you're there?
Yeah.
Just because of his season so far?
I mean, I feel like I'm there right now with him. He was so dependable the last couple seasons. I don't know what's happened to him. He's using the same glove. He's got the same haircut. So, I mean, for all those superstitious people, it doesn't look like he's changed anything. He's just either they figured him out or he's missing his mark. I can't trust him. He cannot be in my quote-unquote circle of trust out of the bullpen right now. And if I can't trust you out of the bullpen, I don't want you.
So I'm looking at his stats right now as you're talking. You may have to eat a little bit of crow.
I probably will here.
He's pitched in 11 games.
Okay.
And I found the innings pitched. He's pitched in 10 innings, 10 2/3.
Okay.
He's got a .84 ERA.
Is that including tonight? Because he gave him 2 runs tonight.
Probably not. So it's probably about a 1-ish, 1-2.
Okay. Still pretty good.
A 184 batting average against him. A 192 FIP. A .84 WHIP. 286 BABIP. So maybe we're just seeing like it's just kind of one of those weird things where in clutch situations he's not doing really well for us, but in like in other games he's doing really well. It's kind of weird.
I mean, that could be it too, but I feel like every time he's on the mound, he gets brought in and he gets put on the mound and the game's real close. And maybe it's not every time. Maybe it's 2 out of the last 4 or 5 times I've got to see him play. I just feel like he's always giving it up. Now his stats say otherwise. And I know you're the stats guy and I'm the eye test guy. So this is where I'm going to lose this one. But by the eye test, he just doesn't look the same. So he frustrates me because I feel like I've gotten so spoiled with him being such a count-on guy the last couple of years that this year I'm frustrated with him. I love his glove.
So let's see. Let's look at it. He's 0-2 on the season, but sometimes that's not always his fault.
Right.
Which actually I think that is actually his fault because he's a reliever, not a starter. So never mind. I retract that last part.
No, yeah, you're right. You are correct.
8 saves on the year, 18 games, 17 innings pitched. He's got a 3.06 ERA, a 2.17 FIP, 0.6 WAR, or a 0.6 WAR, which I don't care about the WAR, but some people do. So he's not been horrible. It's just whenever he gives up a hit, it's a long ball. So, yeah. Anything else on Gallegos?
No.
Okay. I'm not gonna do the whole bullpen. I'm just gonna do Gallegos and Helsley, and then we can just grab the whole ones because we're spending a lot more time on this than we should. Helsley, well, son of a biscuit eater. I hate how many.
He's a beast.
What?
Helsley's a beast this year.
Oh, yeah.
He's been awesome, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm loving Helsley. Like, he is in my circle of trust. When he goes to the mound, I don't even worry about it. It's not like he strikes everybody out, but he seems dependable and he's reliable. You typically know what you're going to get out of him when he gets on the bump. I love Helsley right now.
So let's see. He's pitched in 9 games, 11 and a third innings pitched. He has a 0.79 ERA. He gave up a run. So sad. We were talking about the last episode that he was having a better season than Josh Hader. 137 FIP. I give him a thumbs up, obviously. You give any I know you said he's a beast, but yeah, good job. Yeah, he's been amazing for us. I forgot how good he is for the Cardinals because he was injured a lot last year. The year before that, he was kind of there. But, yeah, good job. Paul Goldschmidt. I haven't looked at his stats yet, but I'm thinking I'm going to give him a thumbs down, right? No.
You're in your dreams.
This is going to be interesting. In 26 games in the month of May, he had 101 at-bats, 41 hits, 10 home runs, which actually seems low, 32 RBIs, 12 walks, no intentional walks except for tonight, a 406 batting average.
Good Lord.
Yeah. A 1.287 OPS, an 822 slugging, a 485 on base percentage, a 255 runs created plus. Yeah, he's been a little bit on a tear. He's the hottest guy in May. It's not even close.
He should get Player of the Month in there.
Yeah, he should.
And then we have back-to-back Players of the Month.
Yeah, that would be awesome. It's really nice. I mean, we didn't say it last year, but Cardinal fans were saying how great it's going to be to have Arenado and Goldschmidt just in the same lineup, because whenever one goes down, the other one's going to be able to fill it up or step up. And Goldie's been stepping up pretty well. That bat, I guess, is just really doing wonders for him. So I'm
It's
loving
ridiculous.
that. Yeah. So do you give him a thumbs up? You said before the podcast, you said you didn't like him. You wanted to trade him away.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Would you trade Paul Goldschmidt for Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani?
Can Mike Trout play first?
I think they are training him to play first. I don't think he's actually played a game at first yet, though. But he would
probably.
You probably, yeah. I think I would. I think it would actually be easier to. But you're getting Shohei, who's a starter, also a starting pitcher.
Right. That's why I'm like, I guess I would.
And then Pujols, yeah.
And he can play center.
Yeah. Yeah, and we need a center fielder.
This will be the fight tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
It will be a fight. It's coming up when we get to center field. Second baseman, Tommy Edman, 27 games. We have 1 home run, a 270 batting average, 336 on base percentage, 723 OPS on the month. Good job. Only 1 home run, though, which is actually one more than
how many home runs he gets.
Yeah, I don't care either. I was actually surprised by his 1 home run. But yeah, good. He's doing what his bat may not be as good as it was in April, which is fine. But I mean, he plays a really good shortstop, second baseman technically. So I'm glad that we like him. Now,
can we cover this real quick though?
Yeah,
I know a lot of people out there have their doubts about his arm going to shortstop. I've seen enough plays already. There ain't no freaking problem with his arm from shortstop. He can make all the throws. He can make all the plays. As soon as Gorman can get his defense cleaned up, because now we've seen he's been a little exposed with a couple errors and a couple miscues. As soon as Gorman gets that cleaned up, our infield's set. And I mean set.
Yeah. I don't understand why people talk. I don't know why people were worried. They're like, oh, he can't throw. He plays left field all the freaking time. He played left field most of last year. I think, honestly, more than he played second. Well, no, he didn't play more than second. Sorry. But, I mean, he played left field more than he played shortstop or third. So people are just stupid.
People get scared and they make irrational statements.
Yeah, and
that's all it is. It's emotional.
It's dumb. It's dumb, and it needs to stop. Nolan Arenado.
For the BAFIBs, yes. Oh, Arenado gets 2 thumbs up.
I don't even know what that means, but I've been called that once.
Best fans in baseball.
Oh, I hate that. 27 games, 4 home runs, a 184 batting average, 255 on base percentage, 367.
His average was 184.
Yeah, in the month of May. This is not all around. This is just the month of May. 622 OPS. 4 home runs, though. So that's not good, Arenado. He had an amazing April. But dude, you gotta figure that out.
Well, I knew he had an over 17 streak in there. They just broke on either Sunday or Monday. I can't remember. And so I knew he was struggling, but man, I didn't realize his average had dropped that low.
Yeah,
I really didn't.
Well, this is only for the month of May.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't realize
it was that
low for the month of May.
Yeah. Yeah, that's disappointing, but
you know how much he hates to be less than great, so he will get that fixed.
Yeah, he's gonna turn it around in June. I guarantee it. I know he's pissed off. Brendan Donovan. I'm gonna have him as my left fielder because I don't think O'Neill really played enough at left this month. 23 games, 61 plate appearances or at-bats, 1 home run, 9 RBIs, 311 batting average, 440 on base percentage, 459 slugging, 899 OPS. Pretty good. I like him. I was not. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know who he was at the beginning of the season, and I was like, I'm not really in on this guy. I'd rather have. I don't want him playing second and then being like, oh, we don't need Nolan Gorman. We have Brendan Donovan. But I really like this Brendan Donovan guy, and I think I don't think he's a knockoff Harrison Bader. I think he's Harrison Bader 3.0 because Harrison Bader is only a 0.5. And speaking of the devil, we're going to get in on this right here. For the month of May, I hope he has
I mean, he did just have a 10-game hitting streak. So
okay. Let's see. 23 games, 92 plate appearances, 24
in the
hits.
league in stolen bases.
4 home runs. Good job. 261 batting average. 13 RBIs. 274 on base percentage. 402 slugging. 676 OPS. I hate Harrison Bader. I hate him.
Here we go.
I hate him. I hate him. I can't stand his stupid smugness. I can't stand his offense. I can't stand that everyone only wants to talk about his hair, or we don't pay him for his offense. We pay him for his defense. And at the beginning of April, when the worst player on the team was Paul DeJong, I was like, you know what? I can handle Harrison Bader. But now that Paul DeJong's off the team, I can't handle Harrison Bader. I couldn't handle him in 2019. I couldn't handle him in 2020. I couldn't handle him in 2000. I could handle him in 2021. He had a comeback year, but I don't know what it is about him, but he just refuses to take a pitch. He's like Yadier Molina of the outfield, and not nearly as good. Not prime Molina. This is like Molina from like 2020, where he was just awful. Or 2021.
Gosh.
I just don't like it.
You are lucky I am not sitting next to you, or you would have the biggest Will Smith hand smack imprint across your face.
Oh my gosh! You can't tell me that you're okay. Like these, I get. I've said it before. Typically, his terrible offense gets offset by his great defense, but you gotta do better. And it's not even like he's not even trying with the hitting. It seems like tonight. He just swung at like the first pitch.
Hold on.
That was like 10 feet over his head.
24 hits in 23 games is what you said.
Hold on. Let's see. 92 at-bats, 24 hits, 23 games, yeah.
Okay, 24 hits in 23 games. He's got 13 stolen bases on the season.
How many stolen bases does he have? 7 stolen bases? Okay.
He's leading the NL in stolen bases. Yes, he may not make contact every time, and yes, he still may be a little bit of a wild swinger, but he produces. When he gets on the bags, he's dangerous. He forces catchers to make bad mistakes, and he forces pitchers to not make good pitches. He is a valuable asset. Is he everything we want him to be? No. Is he perfect? Far from it. But he is fantastic on the base path. He's average at the plate, and that's all we need him to be. If Arenado was hitting better in the month of May, you wouldn't even complain about Bader.
No, I would still be complaining about Bader.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
But you can't. I mean, hate is such a strong term for a kid who has so much passion for the game, who loves playing in St. Louis. The fans love him. I mean,
They love him for his hair, and they're mostly women. Or
who cares? They spend money.
Yeah, that's true. I don't care. I don't see any of the money. I don't care about that. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the attendance.
I do.
I know
because
you do.
The higher attendance ratings and more money means they can, if needed, spend more money on the roster.
If they did,
even though we know Mo is cheap.
What if they get so much money this year, like a gazillion dollars? I don't know how much. I haven't paid attention to how much money they make, but they still don't get Trey Turner, huh? What's your plan then?
Then they better get somebody who's just as good as Trey Turner or can fill the gap as much as Trey Turner. And let's be honest, if Gorman comes up and starts playing good defense at second, do we really need Trey Turner at that point? No, I'd rather go get Juan Soto.
I don't know. I think I'd rather have Trey Turner. I was thinking about this the other day because I was going to bring it up. I was like, I think I'd rather have Trey Turner than Juan Soto.
What?
Yeah.
You're out of your damn mind.
Listen,
you're out of your mind.
I know. I think he fits the Cardinals better than Juan Soto does.
I agree with you.
Because what is it that the Cardinals love right now? They love speed, defense, and small ball. And that's what Trey Turner brings. Juan Soto can't. I think if he ever goes to another team, he can't do. I don't think he can play outfield again. I think he's just not good. He did make a really good play the other day. I was like, wow, I'm pretty surprised. But yeah, I think Juan Soto is just a DH now. He's definitely going to be a DH whenever he hits his 30s.
Well, yeah, that's anticipated with the best plate vision of our generation.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, you've sold me on Soto at this point, so you can't sit here and knock me now that I'm saying I'd rather have Soto.
No, I'm not knocking you. I listen. If we announce tomorrow that we got Juan Soto, I'd be like, oh yeah. I mean, I'd go up and start like taking my clothes off and dancing with tequila shots on me. But yeah, I'm. If
nobody wants to see that.
If you had, come on, ladies. Hey, no, no. But if you held like put a gun to my head and said, in one hand you can have Trey Turner, one hand you can have Juan Soto, I think I'd give it to Trey Turner.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, and I know that I've just been talking about how great Juan Soto is, and Juan Soto, if you're watching, I'm looking at the cameras. You see, I still love you, baby. Daddy still loves you. Go to the Cardinals, baby. Okay. Guess what? You want to say it, or do you want me to?
Now, time for our next break. Unofficially sponsored by Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah. Busch Orange. Feel the orange juice.
Busch Light.
Feel the artificially orange going through your veins.
I think this was my last can of limited edition honey beer.
Well,
found in the back of the fridge. Decided to drink it.
Well, that's very sad. We'll be right back after these messages that I'm not going to show. I don't think. Oh, recording. Oh, sorry. I don't think they do love the glove. I mean, I think they do love the glove.
They love the glove.
They love the glove, but it's just like, is the glove really that important?
So welcome back, everybody. Since we totally didn't welcome everybody back.
Oh well. I wasn't gonna start yet. I was just saying I
Oh, okay.
But I mean, we can start. We're started. We're back, obviously. We didn't really say much after we went on break. But whatever. Let's do Nolan Gorman while we're here. Because I don't even have a right fielder because Carlson kind of went out.
I would have done Donovan in right field, but
well, then who would have been left fielder? O'Neill?
no, Yepes.
Oh, yep.
It's all right. Just flip them.
Nolan Gorman in 10 games has 387 batting average, 472 on base, 677 slugging, hot, and where's his important one? The one that I can only care about.
War. What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing. Yeah, little known fact: Bruce Springsteen was actually talking about the stat WAR, not
Yes,
war.
that was around his time.
Yeah, he I think WAR was around at his time. Was it? I don't know. But yeah, he wasn't talking about Vietnam. He was talking about he's got a 1.150 OPS. But he can't play Major League pitching. How many strikeouts does he have? I want to hear that.
I'm going to guess 7, 6.
Oh my gosh. I don't like Fangraphs at all. So
we've been using Baseball Reference all year, and you've switched to Fangraphs.
Well, Fangraphs has a better monthly splits. So that's why I was using them today.
Got you. Okay. So there was a reasoning.
Yeah.
You are forgiven then, my friend.
Yeah. He has 10 strikeouts in 31 at-bats.
Well, he's right on average with what he was doing in the minors.
Yeah.
Which is good because we all thought he was going to go up in strikeouts.
Yeah. He's got a 232 OPS plus, by the way, also. Hot. I love it. Born in 2000.
He's definitely hitting better than I thought he was going to. God, he made me feel old.
May 10th. Gosh. But yeah, he's doing really well. It's almost as if being a number one prospect was like meant and like doing really well in the minors was actually meant he was gonna do well in the majors. It's so weird.
It's usually what it's supposed to mean, isn't it?
Well, apparently not. We like Bader, but we don't want Nolan Gorman. he strikes out a lot.
Anybody who said that.
And I'm gonna. Oh man, you saw all those Cardinal fans. You saw all those Cardinal fans talk about how Nolan Gorman was going to crash and burn in the majors, and I'm glad to be able to laugh in their face. I'm gonna do another hot sports opinion as I'm pulling up Yepez's stats. Oh, by the way, what do you think of Nolan Gorman's month so far?
I give him 2 thumbs way up, offensively at least. I want to see. I mean, let's be honest. He was a third baseman. They're converting to second base.
Yeah.
He only have 1 season at second base, so he's made a couple of errors. Being up with the big boys, that's expected. They're not errors that are costing us games. At least not that I can recall off the top of my head. There have been a couple of bad ones. There was a really, really bad throw to first. I know he's had a couple of bobbles or misplays on ground balls or whatever. So I think it'll come with time. He'll get better and better. I think he has the potential to be a good second baseman. I don't think he's gonna be a Gold Glover like Tommy, but I don't need him to be a Gold Glover. I need him to be better than average and be solid and turn double play.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't think Colton Wong was going to be a Gold Glover, so, but I mean, he was. So, I think whenever Jose Akindo or Pop Warner or Stubby Clapp get a hold of him, be able to have a whole off season with him and a spring training. I think that's going to be really do him a lot of work or do him wonders, or he's gonna benefit from it. But my hot take is going to be, look, I do not believe strikeouts are the worst kind of, like, I don't think strikeouts are as bad as people think. I think strikeouts, like, people are always like, oh, he strikes out a lot. Well, okay. Is he grounding into double plays a lot? Is he swinging on the first pitch and grounding into double plays? Like, I think double plays are a lot worse than. And no, I'm not calling out Yadier Molina. Oh, I haven't even talked about Yadier Molina this month, or Harrison Bader. But I'm just saying, I think there are a lot worse kinds of outs than strikeouts. And I think if your stats are good, then if it's like Joey Gallo. I say this all the time. Joey Gallo is a weirdo when it comes to the stats. He strikes out a crap ton. He's got like 170 strikeouts in 2021 or something. Like, ridiculous numbers. But he's got great OPSs. He's got a great on-base percentage. He's got a great slugging. I don't think strikeouts are as big a deal as people make it out to be. What do you think?
I think it depends on the team. So I think a strikeout can be detrimental. A guy who strikes out a lot, or excessively at least, can be detrimental to a team. With the team we have now, when we get guys on base, we have really, really good base runners. If you go up and you strike out 2 times a game, I'm going to have a problem with that. I would much rather see you hit a pop fly way deep into the outfield where at least our runners can advance when there's less than 2 outs, and give us a chance to make a play. I prefer the line outs because anything can happen along the line out. I prefer the ground ball to second base because anything can happen on a double play. Ball can get dropped at second, can get overthrown at first. It can pull the guy off at first. So, I mean, I don't think strikeouts are as detrimental as what they've always been believed to be, but I don't think I can go as far as you when it comes to a strikeout, because I don't want to see a guy go to the plate and strike out 35% of the time.
No,
to me, that's
me
a waste.
neither.
It's a waste of good talent.
Me neither. I'm not saying that. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I do want to say real quick. I don't think it's like, I'm not saying strikeouts are good. I'm just saying I don't think it's as bad as people are saying it is. I think I would rather have a guy strike out when he's taking at least 3 pitches. Then
we gotta take 3 pitches. Strike out.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying that instead of like a pop up where you could pop out at the first pitch, where at least with 3 pitches, you're wearing out the pitcher. I just don't think it's as bad as people are saying. So, but yes, continue.
No, I mean, I would tend to agree with you on that side of it. I just, if he was striking out at a 40+% rate right now, I wouldn't be as high on him. The thing that makes me happy about where he's at is, and like I mentioned earlier, we all thought he was going to jump to a 45%, 50% strikeout guy. Well, he hasn't. He's still staying around that 30, 33%. As long as he stays there in his rookie season, I'm fine with that. He has to get used to the pitchers up here. Hitting pitchers in the MLB is a lot different than hitting pitchers in AAA. So, I mean, as long as he stays on the track he's on now, which we know that's not going to happen. He's not going to be hitting 232 OPS plus all season. If he keeps it above 100, 125, I'm a happy guy. And more importantly to me, and I know you don't agree with me on this, I need to see his defense improve. As his defense improves and he makes less and less mistakes as the year goes on, I'm super happy with our infield. Like, I think we can make a run, especially if Carlson comes back and if Tyler O'Neill can find his swing and he gets back to playing the form he is. The Dodgers don't scare me. If we get all that back. That's a lot of ifs.
Yeah. I'd like to see his defense improve. I just don't need to. I don't want his defense to become like the main focus of everybody. I'm like, hey, Albert Pujols was a good defender, but he wasn't the greatest. So, but he was still
over.
Yeah, he was once, I think maybe twice. But like, I mean, he wasn't. I mean, they weren't like, oh, we need to get rid of Albert Pujols. I mean, he was the greatest right-handed pitcher of like the millennium. Or not pitcher, player.
But let's be honest, he always had a good third baseman when he was with us. We always had a good shortstop. We always had a second baseman. The balls were getting to him. He didn't have to work really, really hard either.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. He didn't have to. I mean, oh my gosh, Edgar Renteria, I love him. Anyways, but Juan Yepez, what's happening?
Boy.
I feel a little threatened right now. Like,
boy, I love Juan Yepez, man. I love Yippee.
Okay, I thought you were like.
That's what I call him. I call him Yippee.
I thought you were making fun of me with your boy.
No, I wasn't.
23 games, 87 at bats, 4 home runs, 8 RBIs, 276. 276 batting average, 340 on base percentage, 460 slugging, 800 OPS. I like him. He's really great. I wish he started off the year with the club, but he didn't. So there's that. I give him a thumbs up. He's kind of cooled off a little bit. I realized, I was like, he could be rookie of the year if he plays enough. I think he has to have 500 at bats, at least.
I don't even know on that, man. I'm not
maybe 4. I want to. I think maybe 4, but yeah, he's doing really well. And there's, I mean, other than Seiya Suzuki, he's probably the only rookie on there who could be rookie of the year. So look for him. First rookie of the year since Albert Pujols, speaking of the devil. I give him a big thumbs up. Good job, Yepez, or Yeppy, as we're now calling him now, apparently. Yadier Molina. $15 games, 54 plate appearances, 14 hits, 2 home runs in May, 9 RBIs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. It doesn't say how many times he swung at the first pitch into a double play.
I don't think he's done that much in May, to be honest with you.
That's probably true. Actually, I haven't noticed it. 259 batting average, 286 on base percentage, 426 slugging, and 712 OPS. So he's about average. He's not playing as much.
Take it.
Yeah. So, but hey, he's probably the only guy you don't pay for his offense. You pay him for his defense. So. And he's not doing bad this year. He's got a little bit more pep in his step, it seems like. And that is the only time you're ever going to hear me talk good about Yadier Molina today.
We have it on video, folks.
I know, right?
On the internet forever.
Yeah. But Andrew Kisner in May, 17 games. What?
Hold on.
What?
I want to say something here.
Oh gosh.
You know I'm one of the biggest Yachty. Thanks. You know I'm one of the biggest Yachty fans out here. I love the guy. I always have. There is something about him right now that grinds my gears. Tonight, if he would have ran hard on his second to last at bat, because the infielders screwed up with the ball, he would have been safe at first.
Oh, no, he doesn't hustle.
No, he doesn't hustle at all, ever.
No.
Unless it's the ninth inning and he has to have it, he doesn't run. if he would just run it 70% even,
Yeah.
he would put more pressure on the infield, because I feel like when he hits in the shortstop a lot of times, they know that he should be an out, and they end up rushing,
Yeah.
and they end up mishandling the ball or making an awkward throw. And he'd be safe if he would just run a little bit.
Yeah.
I love you, Yachty, but
yeah. I've talked about this before, but there was a game in the against the Reds where he swung it and he didn't even run. He swung the ball, went straight to the second baseman. He didn't even run, or he wasn't running even hard. It wasn't even a jog. It was just barely even like a gallop.
Trot.
Yeah, he was just trotting. And the second baseman dropped it and he fumbled it a little bit, and he stopped. He wasn't even going to throw it because he thought, oh, well, Yachty's already on first. He looked up, Yachty's like not even halfway to first, and he threw it to first and got out of the inning. I think the Cardinals ended up losing that game, but I was like, Yachty, dude, I understand you're bending over for 15 years, 16 years or whatever. But dude, you gotta be better. You gotta at least hustle a little bit. If not, you can't be bad. Or gosh, it's infuriating to see Yachty sometimes.
But he is having timely hits right now, which I know his average isn't where we want him to be, but he is when he hits the ball, they are timely hits.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I want to interject there. Sorry.
No, it's fine. He's infuriating, but he's got his moments. 17 games for Andrew Kisner, 46 at bats, 11 hits, no home runs, 4 RBIs, 5 walks. I like that. 5 walks, 239 batting average, 340 on base though. Nice. 261 slugging, 600 OPS. Not great, but I think that's one of those things where he's not getting consistent at bats. If he got consistent at bats, we'd see more like we did in April.
He's still getting more at bats than Yachty though.
Yeah. So that's a little concerning at the catching spot, because he's supposed to be Yachty's replacement. If not him, it's going to be Herrera, and Herrera's not even in the big leagues. He came up and didn't even get an at bat, so that's depressing. So that's most of the team. I don't want to do the backups. I don't want to do Albert. I don't want to do Corey Dickerson. I've talked about Corey Dickerson enough. I want to be happy today.
DFAM.
Yeah, we gotta. I think you just.
Well, hold on. We don't want to talk about Dickerson, but let's talk about this real quick, because I want to talk about going forward in the gym.
Yeah.
This is the only real thing I really wanted to cover on the episode tonight.
Yeah.
When Carlson comes back and when O'Neill come back, something has to be done, or Gorman or Yepes or Donovan have to go back to AAA.
Yeah.
TFA Dickerson?
It has to be. I mean, you're not sending Yepes down. You better not send Gorman down.
Don't want to send Liberatore down.
I don't think you can.
I mean, we're not with the shape the pitching staff's in right now.
Yeah.
So I just, and then there's no reason to send Palante down. Unless there's another young guy in the bullpen that I'm not thinking of, like Walsh or somebody who's in there right now, who you could send down. Because you're going to have to trim another pitcher eventually, I think. Then we have to get back down to
June 15th,
in June.
I think. Yeah.
We got to get down to 13 pitchers.
We just talked about it too.
What do you think happens? Who do you think we get rid of or put down the minors?
I think it should be, and I think with Ollie Marmol, this is something that I'm really liking about Marmol, is he's not afraid to get rid of somebody. I mean, I am willing to bet that he was pretty influential in sending Paul DeYoung down. It's either him or it's the front office just really like saying, listen, this is the year that we really want to win. This is the year. Even though they didn't show it in the offseason, but this is the year that we really want to win. So we're not going to, we have to take every month seriously. We don't want to have an April and a May and even a June like we have the last couple of seasons, like since 2019, where we lose one game or we win one game and then lose three. So I think they are going to get rid of Dickerson. I think Dickerson is just not the answer. I think the fact that he's not getting consistent at bats is hurting him. I think it's hurting the team having him be a roster spot. I think Nootbaar is probably going to get sent down too if they have to do that. I think they would have to do that when O'Neill. They may want to trade Nootbaar.
I would use Nootbaar as trade bait.
Yeah. But I mean, I also think if you really like Donovan, I think the conversation, I believe 80%, 85% that Brendan Donovan, there's a conversation going on in the Cardinals clubhouse or the front office with Ollie Marmol, Mozeliak, Gersh, where they're saying, hey, would we rather have a future with Brandon Donovan or Tommy Edman? Whether the answer is we'd rather have Tommy Edman or not is not even like a discussion. I don't think. I think it's a toss up, but I think you should trade that guy, one of those two, too. Also, especially if you are going into the offseason looking for a Trey Turner or a Xander Bogaerts. I think I honestly, this Tommy Pham Trey thing, I said it and it's just been like inception. It's been growing inside of my head. I think Tommy Edman might be on his way out. Not that he's done anything wrong. He's been really good for the Cardinals the last 3 years, with the exception of last year. I think he was terrible for the Cardinals. Yes, he won a Gold Glove, but still. But I think we could trade for him for a pitcher, trade him for a reliever. I know it's weird trading away a good guy, but it's like if Brendan Donovan is doing as well as he's been doing, now obviously this is not going to happen right now. But I mean with Tyler O'Neill, Carlson coming back up, and these are your future guys. So, but anyways, I know you're hurting right now. You're so dumbfounded. I know. Yeah. And you froze.
I trade Donovan. I did. Yeah, I didn't get to see my.
Yeah, I saw that.
But no, Edman. I can't get rid of Edman. Not unless you're getting top tier talent back. Sorry, and nobody's gonna give us top tier talent for him. And I'm talking 1-for-1, no prospects. Yeah, Edman right now is one of the best leadoff guys in the league, hands down.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of him. We need him right now. It would have to be a 1-for-1 trade.
I'm trying to think of a pitcher.
For Edman.
I don't think Montes would, or I don't think the A's would want Tommy Edman.
No.
No. They'd want minor leaguers. The White Sox, I'm telling you, I think they might be sellers.
I think Mariners are going to be sellers. I think the White Sox are going to be sellers.
I haven't looked at the Mariners, but I would say they probably are still buyers. I think
Well, they're 9 games under 500.
I know, but I think even if they were losing, I think they're kind of like the Cubs. Even if they were losing, they're still going to be buyers. Not necessarily big buyers, but buyers. Because I think the West is still manageable. Just like the East. But I don't know. I think the White Sox, we could get Dylan Cease, Lucas Giolito, maybe. Lucas Giolito and Jack Flaherty are best friends.
Yeah, but Flaherty's not sticking around. Everybody who in St. Louis knows this. As soon as Flaherty's contract over, he's gone.
May not.
He ain't. You want to place a small wager on this one?
No, I don't. I'm just saying. I would not be shocked if he stayed.
I would be if he stayed.
Maybe. I don't know.
He doesn't love St. Louis. He doesn't love the Cardinal way. He's a very, very good athlete. He's a really good pitcher when he's healthy. Which is rare.
I wouldn't say rare. I mean, this season and
he's
like
been
the
hurt
end
more
of.
than he's been healthy.
I'm looking at this now. You done?
Look this up, man.
You done messed me up now.
You just lost your light too.
I did.
There it's back.
Yeah, sorry. My HDMI thing went out, or cord fell out off my TV. Let's see. Jack Flaherty. Let's see. He 20 games in 2018. Okay. 33 in 2019. Oh gosh, I love 2019 Flaherty.
Yeah, he was awesome.
9 games in 2020. Okay, 15 games in 2021. But I mean,
how many games he pitched so far this year?
I know. I'm just saying. But I mean, like, this is the first time in his career he's been really injured. I think people over exaggerate. I don't even know where you are on this thing. Oh, there you are. Sorry. I don't know. I don't think he's been as injured as. I mean, he hasn't gone under. I mean, last year was the only time, and that what he got injured in July last year.
Something like that.
Yeah, and wasn't able to pitch much, but I don't know. I hope he stays. I like Jack Flaherty. I think if he got a contract extension, like, it's obviously, I think he'd rather be with the Dodgers. I think that's his home team. But I think he likes the Cardinals still. But anyways, what do you think of the Cardinals so far? Is there anything that you're afraid of? Is there anything that you're loving?
Well, kind of at the topic at hand, the starting pitching still scares me a little bit. The bullpen has some inconsistencies. The offense is starting to come around, so that makes me feel a lot better than where I was even 2 weeks ago, because we're playing against better teams right now, and they look like they're playing better. And I shouldn't have been concerned 2 weeks ago, because if you go and look at the statistics, Mr. Statman, we're one of the best offenses in the league.
In the last 2 weeks, yeah. I think
so.
I think Paul Goldschmidt has something to do with that more than anything, really. But
well, yeah.
But anyways,
but we're starting to manufacture runs. We're playing a little bit of small ball here and there.
Yeah.
So, heck, we even had a bunt the other day.
Good job, Bunts.
So, I mean, I'm okay with where the team is now. We'll have this conversation at the end of June because we know the Cardinals struggle in June. So I'll be able to give you a little bit more of an accurate personal assessment, and I'll try to remove my fandom from it, to be honest. But you know, this next couple of weeks is going to say a lot about the attrition of the team. Thank God, you know, we're playing 5 against Chicago, and then we get to come home. We get to play against Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. Like,
Yeah.
thank God. But you know, you said we got the Rays in there. We got Boston in there, and Boston's been hot as of late. So,
Yeah, thanks, Trevor Story.
Yeah. June will definitely be more of a tell me where kind of ordeal. How are you feeling about the Cardinals?
$17-12. The addition by subtraction has been huge, I think. You got rid of Paul DeYoung. Good. You add Nolan Gorman, which was really good. Matthew Liberatore, or getting rid of Matt's kind of helps actually. Jordan Hicks being injured. Yeah. I think this team is finally finding itself, and I'm excited for that. I think we're going to have a better June than we did. We had a better May, or a better June than we had a May. I'm expecting at least 20 wins. Cardinals need to stop sitting Gorman against left-handed pitchers. Stop it. Stop that. I don't like that. I get that the team is great against left-handed pitchers, but let's just see. Let's give them one game against somebody that's not like the great, like Clayton Kershaw. Like, I mean, put him against a grid left-hander, but don't put him up like. But then don't use that as like the thing. You'd be like, oh well, he went up against Clayton Kershaw back in 2010, and like, or 2010 Clayton Kershaw, and he's struck out all 3 times. Well, so what do you expect? Like, no, stop it. I'd like to see him get a chance because he is your future second baseman. At least that's what the plan is. That's what Mo has been saying. He said Dylan Carlson and Nolan Gorman are the future of this team. So I'd like to see more chances for him. They need to keep Liberatore up. I'd like to see Angel Rendon come back up. But anyways, I think we've been going for like 2.5 hours, feels like. So,
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. We've been going for a while. So, it was a good episode. I didn't bring any water, no alcohol, no nothing in here today. So I'm parched. I'm going to start talking like Dumbledore, or not Dumbledore, he who shall not be named from the Harry Potter. I don't know. I've only seen the movies once, but the one who goes, Harry Potter.
Never seen any of them.
The boy who lived, come to die.
Gandalf the Great.
Yes, that one.
Except I know Gandalf the Great's Lord of the Rings. I don't want to get crucified online for that. I'm gonna get enough for saying I've never seen Harry Potter.
I've seen it once and it sucks, monkey dick. Whatever. It's
I'm just too old for it.
Yeah. I watched it when I was too old too. Even though it came out when I was like prime age of like 5. My parents were like, that's witchcraft and we don't do witchcraft. That's satanic. Anyways, I think that's it for us. Go Cardinals. I think I'm going to do a hot take on this and do more of a Tommy Edmond thing. I'm going to post it. And I'm so looking forward to the hate. Anyways, you're going to be there too.
So y'all know Logan thrives off the hate mail he gets. Trust me, he loves it.
I feed on your hatred. I love it. The power. Okay. Well, I love you guys, especially you, Josh. Look at you and your beard. You're luscious. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, I had a girl the other day tell me I had a luscious beard, and it freaked me the fuck out. And I was like, oh, I had a spasm right there. Ugh, it was so weird. I don't know what it was.
She would have died to touch and see mine.
Yeah. Well, I almost shaved mine right on the spot. I almost got a spoon and just was like, anyways, but
no, this might be getting trimmed because it's summertime now and it's hot out here in Missouri.
Yeah, I had an old lady. I had an old lady tell me that I
might go down to goatee or something.
She told me you need to shave your beard, and I was like, why? She's like, because it's summer and it's too hot. And I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Smoke some crack. Anyways, I'm sorry. I've cussed 9 times today, 10 times maybe.
I'll say that's 9. That's 9.
But I'm trying, people. I think last week I said 30,000 F words. So
it's progress. I'll take it.
Yes, progress. I'm very progressive. So anyways, everyone, what is it? Live long and watch some damn baseball. Oh shit, that's a cuss word.
You're okay on that because that's part of our thing. You're good on that.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Okay, bye, Felicia's.
Hey, it's Logan Stone here, the guy from the video you just watched. Yeah. Hey, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. I worked really hard for this. Can't you see I did my hair and everything? Be sure to follow us on Facebook at the Variety Sports Podcast. And also, be sure to follow us on Spotify. Some of you are already on Spotify. That's how you found us on YouTube. But be sure to go back and forth. Listen to us twice. Listen, we have good knowledge. Yeah. Okay, bye.